Hey traders, and welcome back to Mindfully Trading, where I share educational videos relating to trading the Forex market, as well as an insight into my journey as a full-time Forex trader, as well as a full-time mother. I've got quite a lot I want to share with you in this video today, but primarily I'm going to be focusing on sharing with you my tactics and my plan on bouncing back from a red week. So last week I actually took a red week trading Forex, in particular day trading pound against the dollar. This was the week of the 7th of August and it was a pretty poor week for me. However, after analysing and reviewing what exactly happened, I've managed to find out where I went wrong, how I have improved, and this week I am slowly bouncing back and gaining profit back into my account. So I'm going to be sharing with you some tips and some tricks that I have used to bounce back from losers. For those of you who are interested and have been asking about how I'm getting on with the 5%ers, I'm also going to be sharing with you an update on my funded account with those who are the prop firm that I use. If you're not sure what a prop firm is, I'll talk about that a little bit later in the video. But make sure you stick around because I'm also going to be sharing some key points of what will help you with your trading, especially over the quiet summer period. As always, all the software I'm using in this video will be linked in the description below. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and let's get into the main content. So I think that it's only right to start this video bouncing back from a red week by looking at exactly how much I lost in my account here in my platform on MT5. So I'm going to go into my history. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And let's organize this data from the 7th of August until the 11th of August. So these are all the trades that I took that week. As you can see, there's a lot of red here, mainly at the start of the week. Now that's a key point. Remember that. We will go back to that in a bit. Now I actually took 6 losing trades that week, and then I only had 2 winning trades. Granted, the winners were a bit larger, but they just weren't enough winners to compensate for the losers. And as a result, I did finish red on the week. So I risk 0.5% per trade, and last week I finished down just over 1% on the account. So what happened? How did I have such a losing experience? Well, it all started with the fundamentals. Let's go to Forex Factory. At the start of the week, I carried out my weekly outlook for the week for trading pound against the dollar. This incorporates a mixture of technical analysis and fundamental analysis, but focusing here on the fundamental analysis, which is basically looking at upcoming news and events, economic events that might cause volatility in the markets. I used Forex Factory because this lists all of the events and news releases that are due to come out that week. And as you can see here, I've filtered it just relating to either the US dollar or the Great British Pound, and only on events that are going to be high impact. So I'm only looking at these red flags here. And as you can see, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, there were no high impact news events or economic events or any releases due. So the nearest major event that would be due for news would be for the US dollar on the Thursday. Once I saw this, I told myself straight away, it's probably going to be quiet and choppy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I should probably avoid the markets. I repeat that. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there was no news and I should probably avoid trading. That was what I told myself. Did I do that? No, I didn't. Hopping back onto my broker, you can see here the 7th, the 8th and the 9th. This was the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday that I told myself to avoid trading. And those 3 days are where I took the majority of my losers. If I had followed my initial plan, my initial thought to wait until the end of the week when there was some bigger news coming out, I would have saved these losers. I would have still had 1 loser, but I would have had 2 larger winners. And as a result, I would have finished the week up 2.5R, which is around about 1.25% on my account. But I didn't do that. I traded the days I said I wouldn't. I took 5 losers, and as a result, I finished the week down 1.25% on my account. So it's such a difference there between your first thoughts and your plan and what you actually do, and how it can really impact winning and losing. It's as simple as just avoiding it when the market is choppy, avoiding taking unnecessary losers. So this was a big eye-opener for me to really trust my own first thoughts, my intuition, and listen to myself. It's quite simple really, but it's also quite a tricky thing to do, especially when you get in your own way. But those of you who have been asking, subscribers who've been asking how I've been getting on with my funded account challenge with the 5%ers, and if you are new to it, here is an update for you. I started their 100k challenge at the end of June, I believe, and this coincided with when they actually announced that they were removing their time limit, which has been absolutely amazing for me with this experience, because obviously I am still in the challenge. If they hadn't removed the time limit, I would have run out of time by now and it would have expired, or I would have had to have extended it. But as it stands, in July I had a really beautiful month. I had a completely green month. I did create a recap about that if you want some more information. But so far for August, I've had a choppy start. So I'm currently sitting down a very small loss on my account so far for August, but obviously we're only halfway through the month and I am adjusting the way I tackle my trading a little bit this month to just be a little bit more conservative and accept the fact that we are in the summer. It is quiet, it's a bit more choppy, a lot of people having time off in the summer, so I need to keep that in mind with my trading. But I'm still green on my account, as you can see here. I started with 100k, I'm currently up just over $1,000 on the account. So I'm going in the right direction. I've just got to be slow and steady and patient. That's my motto at the moment with trading, which works beautifully with the fact that they've reduced their time limit. Now, if I'm talking about this and you don't know what I'm on about, what is a prop firm, I have created a separate video, so I'll include a link above. But just to give you a quick overview of what a prop firm is, it's where you basically work with a company such as the 5%ers and you trade their company capital. Now, any profits that are made on the account are split. So with the 5%ers, I'm currently undertaking their $100,000 challenge, whereby if I pass the challenge, if I hit the target, which is an 8% profit target, and respect the rules, which means I don't go down past the drawdown, it means I get access to trading their live 100k account, where we take a split of any profits that are made. Now, it really is a wonderful program, especially to traders who struggle with lack of capital, which is something that I've experienced on my journey. And if you're looking for something similar, if you are a trader, if you are consistent, if you are experienced, but you don't have a large account to trade, this may be a key for you to be able to really step it up in your trading game. And if you're ready for that, I do encourage you to check it out. I have got a link below in the description, and there's also a coupon code there, so you can get a discount on their packages. Now, there are 3 programs available with the 5%ers, so I'm currently undergoing their high stakes program, which is a 2-step program, means that I have to pass phase 1, which is an 8% target, and then phase 2, which is a reduced 5% target. But they also have a hyper growth program, which is a 1-step program, and then a bootcamp challenge as well. I have created a separate video with more information on these programs, so do check those out in my videos on my channel. But just before we hop onto the charts and I break down a trade with you that I took this week, yesterday actually, on pound dollar, I just want to share how I am tailoring my trading plan based on that red week from last week. So as you guys know from looking on Forex Factory, news has such a big impact on trading, and summer trading can be really slow and choppy. A lot of the institutions, a lot of the banks, a lot of the big players are off for the summer. It's the summer holidays, school's out. And so I've come up with a new rule for myself over the summer, which is that I'm only going to trade on days where there is news. As simple as that. If I had done that this week, which meant I would have only traded the Thursday on the Friday, I would have finished the week green. But I pushed it on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, based purely on technicals, and there was no follow through. There was no volume, there was no volatility, and it just didn't work out, which meant that I took unnecessary losers. So for me personally, moving forward, I'm going to be putting a little bit more emphasis on trading the news events for the rest of this month, at least until the market volume starts to pick up as we get back into September. How about yourself? Have you got any tips for summer trading? Do feel free to share them in the comments below. But hopping back onto Forex Factory once again, but now we are on the current week, so I'm currently recording this video on Wednesday the 16th, and Monday there was no news out at all, so I didn't trade. Simple as that. Yesterday, Tuesday, there was big news out for US dollar. There was core retail sales in the afternoon. So I waited for that news release until I placed my trade, and I'm going to show you the trade that I took right now. So here I am on TradingView. This is the charting platform that I like to use for my technical analysis, and this is the daily time frame for pound dollar. Now, although we have been in this strong uptrend, making high highs and higher lows, recent price action on the daily has been a pullback, and we've been in this temporary downtrend. It's actually been quite choppy the last few weeks really, because we've just been ranging here. And I'm waiting for a key breakout above this level, but in the meantime I am looking to take short intraday opportunities like I took yesterday. And the way I calculated that is a combination of a few different factors. So I'll just drop to the 5 minute, which is the time frame that I like to use for my trade execution, for my trade planning and my trade management. Now what I was interested in was looking at just this data here. This is the data for the Tuesday morning before the news release. And what was interesting is we had broken above the previous day's high here. So price was pushing up. And the other interesting thing are these two horizontal lines I have drawn. The blue level is a key level from the weekly time frame, and the black level is an institutional price level. So that's at 1.27, the whole dollar. These two are a nice confluence, and because prices broke above them and is pushing higher, meant for me that I was long biased. I was looking to get into this for a long. Now using just the data from that current day and simple market structure, I think it's safe to say we had a pullback here. We broke this high and we made a new high here. We had a little pullback and we moved a new high up here. So to calculate the best place for me to get into an entry, I used the Fibonacci retracement tool and I went from the low using the bodies only of the previous pullback, and I dropped them at the high here. I then placed my target at the top of my optimum trade entry levels on the fib. I have got a video with more information on what these levels are and how to set them up, so I will include a link to that above. But that was about this level here. My stop was going to be placed well below the lows, so it was a larger stop using 25 pips. And I was targeting a break of the highs, but for me it's a minimum target of 1.5 R. So my target is always going to be larger than what I'm using as a stop. Now I had this trade planned out, but I was waiting until 1:30 for that news release, because if the news was going to be really good for the dollar, which meant that the pound dollar would drop down because the dollar would become stronger, there's a chance that price could just drop straight down, trigger me into this for a long, and then go straight to my stop. I didn't want that to happen. So I waited until the news was released. This large candle here was the news release, and as you can see it did drop down. It came very close to my stop, but it didn't matter because at this point I wasn't in the trade. But also at this point I was watching this closely. When we had another candle release that didn't break the low of this one, but current price was well below what I was looking to get into this for long, I decided to set a buy stop order because my entry was up here at 1.2703. That meant that if price didn't push down but rallied up, breaking past these two key levels from the weekly and the institutional price levels, and then trigger me into the trade, I felt that there was a chance that that momentum would continue up to my target in line with the technical analysis I'd already carried out. So at this point, I set a buy stop order. And immediately price pretty much pushed up and activated that, triggering me into the trade long. Also at this point, I was really busy with my little one and I pretty much had time to set my buy stop, my sell stop order and my target. And that was it for me. I turned off the screens and just let the trade work itself out. And it pretty much went straight up to target. It came very close to target here, but then it took a little bit of time to pull back. And then at around about 3:30 in the afternoon, it pushed up and hit my target. So it's a really nice 1.5 hour win. But for me, the key to this trade was not only the technical analysis, the strategy, the risk management, but also the fundamentals, utilizing use where technicals and fundamentals meet. And this trade resulted in a nice $770 profit in my account. I am using reduced risk at the moment, so although that was 1.5 R, which would usually be 1.5% profit for me, this was 0.75% profit because I'm using a reduced risk. At least until I get over $2,000 profit on my account, and then I will probably increase my risk. Other than unemployment claims, which is due for news release tomorrow, Thursday the 17th of August at 1:30 for the dollar. There's nothing else going on really. There is FOMC meeting minutes being released this evening. That might cause a little bit of choppiness in the market. But considering it's summer and I've taken a nice win on the week, I'm not going to push it and I'm just going to continue on. Slow and steady wins the race. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please let me know by hitting that like button below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.